You are listening to a Blaze Bible Reflection. Today's passage is Matthew 25, read by Ivan. Accountability in a culture of blame. You and I know that we live in a culture of blame. It is a culture where responsibility is easily shifted and rarely owned. When things go wrong, our first instinct is often to look outward. We blame others. We blame circumstances. We blame institutions. We blame our families, our leaders, our workplaces, our education, even our past. We blame everything except ourselves. And almost without thinking, we ask the familiar question, who did this to me? Once that question is asked, the answers come quickly and endlessly. This person failed me. That person hurt me. If only this had been different, my life would have not turned out this way. The list grows longer with time, and it is true that many people do experience real pain caused by others. There are genuine words and real injustices. Yet even when this is so, a life built entirely around blame slowly becomes a prison. It keeps us looking backward instead of forward. It drains our energy and weakens our freedom. Perhaps a more honest and life-giving question is not, who did this to me, but what went wrong and what is my responsibility now? Someone else may indeed have played a role. That cannot be denied. But that does not remove our own responsibility, whether directly or indirectly, for how we respond, how we grow, and how we choose to live today. Accountability begins when we accept that our lives are not shaped only by what happened to us, but also by how we respond to what happened. This is why accountability is such an important theme as we begin a new year. It invites us to live more intentionally and more purposefully. It asks us to stop spending our days assigning blame and to begin taking responsibility for our choices, our attitudes, and our direction. Accountability is not about self-condemnation. It is about honesty. It is about courage. It is about reclaiming our freedom to grow. It is not by accident that the Gospel of Matthew brings this conversation to the forefront near its conclusion. In Matthew 25, Jesus tells two parables that speak directly to responsibility and accountability. In the parable of the bridesmaids, some prepare wisely and bring extra oil, while others do not. When the bridegroom arrives unexpectedly, those who fail to prepare are shut out. Their exclusion is not caused by cruelty, but by lack of responsibility. The parable ends with a call to stay awake and be ready, echoing the earlier teaching about watchfulness. In the parable of the talents, a master entrusts his servants with resources. Two servants take responsibility and act with courage. One servant, however, hides what he was given. He explains his failure by pointing outward, blaming fear, circumstances, and even the master himself. In the end, his refusal to take responsibility leads to judgment. The parable makes clear that fear and blame are poor excuses for inaction. Together, these parables challenge a culture of blame and replace it with a call to accountability. They remind us that waiting does not remove responsibility, and delay does not excuse negligence. We are not judged by what we were given, but by what we did with what we were given. As we begin this year, this message invites each of us to pause and ask an honest question. Am I taking responsibility for my growth, or am I still searching for someone to blame? This is not a question to answer quickly or lightly. It must be answered with sincerity and courage. Because in the end, God does not stand before us pointing fingers at others. God looks at each person with love and truth and says, "You are responsible." Even when others have failed us, even when wounds are real, our responsibility remains. Accountability does not deny pain, but it refuses to let pain define the future. It is the first step toward freedom, healing, and new life. God bless you. Stay close to the Word. The Ablaze Team.